Welcome back once again, everybody. Okay, let's walk and talk at the beach. Okay, no, the beach isn't over there. That's Santa Monica. This is a popular hiking trail, but the beach is actually over there. Oh my God. I don't know how much you guys can actually see there. But yeah, that's the Santa Monica Pier there. You got some beach. I might go closer. I like it. Like, I want to be at the beach, but not too close. There's a cliff and a whole lot of sand between me and the beach. I feel more comfortable that way. But you're probably wondering, what are we going to talk about? Actually, you've seen the title, so you probably know. What we're going to talk about today is that I had forgotten that a law was about to go into effect. An amazing law, one of the small victories that came out of the last electoral cycle that I completely forgot about. Marijuana is now legalized in Oregon. You can smoke it. You can't actually buy it at a store. You can't sell it. That's not going to be legal until at least next year. But there have been a number of different groups and individuals who are giving it out for free, which is an interesting legal loophole there. And it encourages some very pro-social behavior, and so I'm a fan of that. It also, by the way, was legalized in Alaska, although that is going to take a little bit longer to go into effect. But this is pretty amazing. I can't believe that I had forgotten about that. I mean, we want it to expand to more and more states, and we actually had one, and now there are 3 places recreationally where you can smoke marijuana in America. That is good news. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is we are something like a year out from the next presidential election. And I think that at this point it seems pretty obvious that regardless of whether it's Bernie or whether it's Hillary, it doesn't seem like there's going to be much of a contest. I mean, I know that the Koch brothers are going to put something like $900+ million into it, and that money can buy you a lot. We saw that happen against John Kerry, but it doesn't seem like the presidential election is going to be all that exciting. Maybe the Senate, maybe the House, but we're going to have ballot initiatives in at least a few different states for the legalization of recreational marijuana. And I think that that is something that we should have our eye on. And you're probably fairly optimistic about it, I am too. But especially coming out of the last couple of weeks and the Supreme Court decisions that we've had with the legalization of same-sex marriage, and we had the confirmation that no, the Affordable Care Act is not going anywhere right now. I don't know, like I'm starting to dare to dream that maybe a couple of key states could flip. I mean, I've seen that. I believe it's going to be on the ballot in New Mexico and maybe Arizona already, and they're working hard for California and a couple of other states, and they have their sort of eyes set, the pro-weed legalization activists, I should say, on a few states for not this electoral cycle, but the next one. But I mean, can you imagine if New Mexico and Arizona, which are hardly these like strongly Democratic liberal states, were to legalize it? And California as well. I mean, look, California had the chance to a couple of years ago, but this is one of those things that, like same-sex marriage, the polls have just moved a lot recently. And can you imagine California? Yes, they're going to say, you know, it's a liberal state and it's a coastal state. It's not the same as Missouri or whatever, but that's a lot of people. I mean, that would be a significant chunk. Dozens of millions of Americans living in a place where it's recreationally legal. Now, it's also kind of de facto legal in California already, but no, we want the actual law to reflect it. And if that were to happen going into the next election and the next election, I don't know, I mean, we may be able to knock this out in less than 10 years. And understand that, look, I don't have any personal vested interest in this. I don't smoke. I could if I wanted to. I don't. I'm not interested in it. I'm interested in the law reflecting reality and common sense, and there's no reason for it to be illegal in the way that it is, especially in a world where I can pour gallons of vodka all over myself. I can drink so much vodka that I will literally die. It doesn't make any sense that marijuana is illegal. Anyway, if you're as excited and optimistic as I am, and you think that certain states might flip, and by the way, if you're an activist and you know where they're trying to get it on the ballot for this next presidential election, I would love to know. So leave me a comment, or you can tweet me at Iadarola. I'm getting excited for this next election. Anyway, thanks for walking and talking with me.